Yo, this is Chris Blair. How you guys doing? So I'm sitting here at this izakaya in Kyoto, Japan, waiting for my friend to come after work. He works a normal corporate job, having a beer, drinking. He's thinking he's going to be here any minute because we agreed to meet at 5:30. As you will see right now, it is 5:34 here in Japan. I just got a message from saying he's about 15-20 minutes late, so I thought, you know what, it's a perfect time to do a live stream. I know there's a little bit of music in the background, but hey, I do these live streams all the time with music in the background. So, all right. So I want to talk about, in this particular live stream, the coronavirus, its effect on Ecom, and some common misconceptions and myth about POD. Before I get into the details of that, I just want to point out something really important, okay, guys? So, as far as a lifestyle thing here in Japan, as far as living here in Japan and the effect of the virus, I want to say that I'm really disappointed in especially the American media, okay? I mean, every day, because I'm American, right? Even though I've been living in Japan for 20-some years, I'm American. I actually check out both what's called the English Japan Times Online, which is Japan news, and I also check out like Yahoo News. Guys, a lot of people say, "Oh, don't pay attention to the news because it's negative." Yeah, news, but I think it's important you up to date on society. So I take about 30 minutes every morning when I'm eating breakfast, and I look at the news, both Japan news and the Japan news and the U.S. news, and the way the United States media is portraying the situation here. At least China is different. I don't know about China, but at least here in Japan, I have one thing to say to those motherfuckers. They are selling you fear. They are selling you fear. They need views. They need views on their website, right? So the advertisers are happy. So they need to attract views, and they're using fear as a tool to get that. And I'm telling you guys, I'm here every day. I live in Japan. It's not even 5% as bad as the media in the United States is portraying. Guys, I'm here. I live here. I see it every day. I live here full time. I love this place. And by the way, it's not just the media, unfortunately. Okay. Unfortunately, there's another bad thing that's helped try to. The Japanese government, because they spent $12.4 billion, right, getting ready for the Olympics and investing in the Olympics, have panicked too, and they've canceled school temporarily, which makes no sense. When they canceled school, there were literally 2 kids that had coronavirus. Okay, 2 in the entire country of 130 million. There were 2 kids, and they canceled school for 1 month. Right? They're gonna move these. The spring vacation was coming anyway, so they're gonna move the 2.5 weeks to summer, and they're going to cut the summer vacation. Okay, that's their plan. And they requested companies have their employees work from home as much as possible. Okay, so total overreaction by the Japanese government, which is fuel for the fire for the Western media. So first of all, I just want to say, look, the situation in Japan is not nearly as bad as it is not even close as bad as being betrayed. And so that's not the main point of this video, but I thought this was a great opportunity to bring that up. Okay, now let's talk about the main point of this video, which is coronavirus and the effect upon Ecom. Okay. China. All right, so again, I don't know how much to believe from the media, right? Because the media will always take a negative angle, but the situation is not good, okay, from what I understand. But if it was just the media saying that, then that would be one thing. But Chinese suppliers are still not 100% up working, right? They're partially working, or it depends on where they are, but some are up. Actually, Sublimator apparently, which is awesome. There's a print on demand POD Chinese supplier that I'm familiar with. They're actually now from this week fully back, but still, I have direct information through my own stuff or through my student stuff that the POD suppliers are in China, the Sublimator, is back, right? But Pillow Profits is not fully back, or those are POD, print-on-demand suppliers. But the dropship suppliers are not fully back because some of my students who are doing dropshipping, I do 100% POD, but some of my students who are doing dropshipping, they're having to deal with fulfillment issues. So the situation is still not, I guarantee it's not as bad as the media portrays, but the situation is you can't fully still trust the Chinese suppliers to fill your products, okay? Whether you're doing print on demand or you're doing drop shipping. Now, I want to say this. I love Sublimation. They're a great company, and I know the owner. He's a great guy, and right now they're back to work, so I hope that stays that way. But we don't know for sure it's going to maintain that situation. So the point is this. I'm not saying don't drop ship from China. I'm not saying don't even use the print-on-demand companies from China. This said one of the companies is awesome. But what I am saying is that you just need to be careful. Right? You need to be, I would not be scaling big with products coming from China at this point because you don't know if you can deliver confidently, right? So I would be working with, if you're going to do dropshipping, I'm working with American-based dropshippers. But even more so than that, guys, this is an opportunity to focus your business on print-on-demand. Print-on-demand is just so much a better model than dropshipping. It just really is. And the arguments, I'm going to talk about the 4 arguments against print-on-demand here that people have made over the years. And there was a time in the period where some of these had truth and merit, but they're not true anymore. This is BS. This is bullshit. Okay, so let's talk about these 4 print-on-demand myths. And my goal today is to kill those myths and encourage you to get started with print-on-demand today. Okay. Myth number 1, low margins. As I'm enjoying a beer, it's my second beer, by the way. Okay. BS. A total BS myth. First of all, jackets. Yes, I sell jackets for $40 or $50 profit. I've got certain types of art that I'm selling, canvas art, metal art, and some other stuff I'm selling for $60, $80, $100 profit. Okay, guys, shoes, right? Sell for big profit. There are tons of necklaces sell for big profits. Water travel mugs sell for big profits. There's tons of stuff out there. Even hoodies you can sell for $20, $30, $25, $30 profit. There's tons of print-on-demand stuff out there that you can sell for big profits. So it's just not true that margins are low. That is absolutely not true. That's as good as dropshipping. And then let's talk about the low margin stuff. There are 2 particular product types in print-on-demand that are low margin. There are coffee mugs and t-shirts. Low margins, fair enough. Yes, you're right. It's low margin. But here's the counter to this, okay? One of my students, for example, sold 50,000 coffee mugs in 1 year. 50,000 coffee mugs in 1 year. Yeah, he only made $3 or $4 a mug profit, but when you sell 50,000 of them, you can move up. And guys, during Christmas this past season, I sold a lot of t-shirts. I had one particular t-shirt that was really moving. Okay, so yeah, I wasn't making a big cut on those. I was making about, I remember it was actually not so great. It was like $2.75, okay? But still, when you sell a large number of them, it adds up, okay? So, and the thing about even these 2 particular product types, yes, it's low margin. I'm not going to BS, but everyone wears t-shirts. Everyone wears t-shirts. Everyone uses coffee mugs, okay? Those are 2 products that everyone uses, okay? So you can sell a huge volume of them. So first of all, the fact that margins are low is BS from the sense of point that there are high profit margin products that you can sell. Number 2, the low margin products that you can sell are also, you can sell a big volume of them. And number 3, and here's a third argument against this, and this is the most important point that drop shippers are missing. This is the number 1 most important point drop shippers are missing. Lifetime value of a customer. I remember back in 2015, and even now, some of my students who are worried about making so much money now, who are doing dropshipping, they have the same issue. After someone waits 3 to 4 or 5 weeks, even 6 weeks to get their product, they're not going to buy from you again. They're just not going to. And plus, the quality's, right, it's all over the map, right? I'm not going to get, there's numerous reasons why the quality, even from the same supplier, with coming from China, can be all over the map. It's based on the fact that migrant workers who come in and out all the time. So that creates a quality disparity, right, from the same manufacturer, the same product. Well, you're missing the big picture. When I sell a product coming from Custom Cat, which is my main supplier, right? Custom Cat is awesome. They will ship in a day or two. A day or two. My customers get the product in 5, 6, 7 days at the very most. The worst case scenario, sometimes 8. They're happy. They buy again. So the lifetime value, once I hit them, I can hit them in the inbox over and over and over and over again, and they'll buy over and over again. So the lifetime value of a customer is infinitely much better with print on demand. And so the profit margins are great. It's just not true that profit margins are low. Okay. Myth number 2, limited products. Back in 2013, 14, and I would say the beginning of 2015, this was true. That time, we had hoodies, tank tops, t-shirts, coffee mugs, phone cases, and a few other little things like dog tags and a few other little tidbits. Okay, so yes, it's true. In the beginning, when the Teespring first came out, and then custom, Shopify came out, and then there was Custom Cat, fulfilling for Shopify and a couple other POD suppliers who are decent too, right? I love all the POD suppliers. There was a limited number of products, but that is just not true anymore. Custom Cat came to market. They introduced 300 products when they first launched, and now there are literally thousands, guys, thousands, cutting boards, necklaces. It's just, oh man, I'm just trying to think. Sweatpants, yoga pants, shoes. The number of products just goes on and on and on. There's thousands of products out there. So we are no longer limited in our product type. And on top of it, guys, what makes print on demand great is that you're not limited by your own ideas. The ideas you can come up are infinite. So if you can buy that great number of products, the thousands of products we can sell now with the infinite number of ideas, there's actually no limitation on print on demand whatsoever anymore. That used to be true. That is the one argument that of the ones that we're about to create that I would say, okay, yes. 5 years ago, that had some merit, but not true anymore. Okay, hard to create. People always say it's hard to come up with ideas. I have one response from that, okay? And this is going to be arrogant as hell, and I don't care if you call me arrogant. If you don't believe me, look at the results, guys. Just scroll down on my timeline. Student result after student result after student result after student result. It's been going on for years, okay? If you think it's hard to come up with winning print-on-demand ideas, you have not taken training or coaching from me, period. Next, totally learnable. Totally learnable if you understand my methods. Okay? So those are the myths. There was one other one I wanted to mention here. Yeah, okay. Let's go with those three. Let's go with those three. Okay, change my mind. We're going to talk about those are 3 main myths. Okay, guys? So it's totally not true. And again, let me reiterate. If you think print on demand's hard, you haven't taken training and coaching with me, and I'm sure that I can change your life. Well, I can't guarantee anything. The reality is I can't. But I will say this. You have a very good chance of success if you work with me. So private message me, and we'll see you in the next video. Private message me if you're interested in my mastermind or course, or if you're interested in my private coaching. Here we go. All right, okay. All right, it says, Christopher Carr, Japan may have overreacted. However, you don't shut down pretty much all of China for a month and build multiple entire hospitals as quick in 7 days. Yeah, okay, so I don't know that I haven't been to China since the outbreak, so I can't confirm the situation in China, but yes, China, yes, it has been bad. And I know that directly from talking to suppliers in China, right? But I tell you what, Japan way overreacted. Way overreacted. Okay, cheers, guys. We'll see you in the next video.